I started working for McDonald's when I was 17. My parents told me that I had to get a job or my car was getting taken away from me. So I immediately went in there and applied, and the next day I was part of the crew. What really brings me to McDonald's, it's my people, it's my customers. I've had a lot of opportunity. I went from being a crew person and I've moved up all the way up to being a store manager. So yeah, just the opportunity of moving up, and it's a wonderful company to work for.
Show those people that no matter what they've done, no one is ever too far gone, and that you're always ready to love them and welcome them with open arms. I pray for everyone in our country and around the world whose lives are affected by drugs. Please reveal yourself to them and pour your love upon them. I pray that you'd be with these students as they leave this rally later and continue on with their lives. Guide them and encourage them to keep making the right decisions. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Today, we have approximately 55% of our student population enrolled in the M.A.D.E program. Like a hiker, why do you think about being surrounded by other people who don't do drugs?
My name is Ethan Nelson, and my favorite thing is what's known as druggies and the drug-free.
Alright, my name is Garrett Carter, and my favorite part about being M.A.D.E is being part of something bigger than I am, and feel like I belong to something.
What has made you want to be a part of M.A.D.E?
Just to be a part of something big, to bring everyone together and just show that a group of all of us can do something and make a change. It gives us a good chance to get together and celebrate that we're doing the right thing and to make good choices. It's able to be a part of something bigger and be able to join and have fun with the people who are also drug-free.
Because I want to make a better future for myself being drug-free.
I think it's a good thing to be a part of M.A.D.E. It shows other people that you're drug-free and it helps you to stay drug-free.
Well, my faith is an important part of it. I go to a Christian school because I am a Christian and I like having those values all around me. And my body is a temple and I like to take care of it. And I want to follow Jesus and I want to inspire others to do the same thing.
Well, I definitely have tried to recruit other people to join M.A.D.E. It's an amazing program. Whenever I've tried to approach them in doing so, I basically just describe my experience with the program. I just say how many things we're involved in as a community and just what all we get involved in, how good it is to be a part of it, how many schools are involved, and just how much everyone loves to be a part of that.
I have a question, and I really want everyone to participate if you can. So, if you have been affected by drugs or you know somebody that has, can you stand up or raise your hand, please? And take a look around.
really don't see many people sitting right now. So if you're worried that you don't have somebody, there's always somebody. Like, I have all these people behind me right now, and I know that I have a lot of people standing here today that are with me. I just want you guys all to know that there are people, so don't be scared to tell your story, because you never know who will help, and that's why I support M.A.D.E, because they support us. Thank you.
My name is Carter Hill, and I'm from Zane Trey.
Being a part of drug-free means my teachers and instructors know that I am drug-free. My employers also know that I am drug-free. Hickory Ross encourages you to be drug-free and be you.
I recently graduated from Ohio Northern in May, and I want to tell you it doesn't get easier. Once you graduate high school, there are more peer pressure. There is more chances to say yes to those drugs. But remember this moment, remember these 4 years, and remember being a part of this drug-free club. Use that as an excuse for the rest of your life. Say no, don't give in, all it takes is one time. And I want to let you know, I want you to be listening ears for people that don't have it. A lot of times drugs can start because people feel alone. People feel like they don't have anyone that listens to them. They feel like they don't have anyone that cares. So use this and use this community that you guys have built to be great listeners for everyone.
If you are a senior ambassador, would you come down and join me up front? If you are a senior ambassador, I'd like to give you the opportunity to be in the front row for today's concert.
Thank you, everyone. Remember Man, this is amazing. I appreciate you guys listening. I'd like to say, just if you can walk away from this with anything, you always have a sense of community. All these friends you made, these teachers and staff members and faculty from all over. I mean, I wish I had this sense of community when I was growing up. I'm so proud of you guys for sticking to it. Thank you.
Give it up one more time for me, American Idol.
I'm a committed person who, at a point in his life, had to change some of the commitments that he made. I've always been committed. I've always been an all or nothing type of person. So when I was actively using drugs, I was all in. There wasn't, I didn't want no parts of nothing good. I didn't want to change. I believed what I was doing was only harming myself. And through a process of recovery, I came to see that really a lot of the decisions that I made were in fact affecting people. And so I realized that I had to change my commitments. And so I'm no longer a selfish person, no longer a resentful person. I am now a person who is committed to the service of others and trying to make my community, my family, and myself better.
93,000 people in 2020 lost their lives to a substance overdose. 93,000 people, okay? That's in the country. In Ohio, 5,200 people, over 5,200 people lost their lives to a substance overdose. And right here, just in Ross County, 54 lives were lost to a substance overdose. And that's a lot of people, y'all. And stopping those numbers, lowering those numbers starts with you guys. It starts with, like Derek was talking about, the commitment that you all have made to be drug-free, to share your stories. You know, that for me is just as important as making that commitment to stay drug-free, is sharing your experiences with family members who have struggled with this disorder.
We have 80% total enrollment, with our freshmen in the lead with 87%. We take pride in our chapter of Drug Free Club because we have so many students committing to staying drug-free and making a change for our generation. Drug Free Clubs has changed the culture in our school.
My name is Carly Dyer. I'm a senior at Huntington High School, so is Cheyenne, and I'm going to be reading her speech. According to a recent study, 19.4% of Americans aged 12 and older have used illegal drugs or misused prescription drugs within the last year. You may not think that's very many, but that's roughly 53 million people. Those same people have families of their own that have had to watch their loved ones struggle to fight a never-ending battle. Some of you may have a friend or family member who has won or lost a battle against drugs, and you may know someone who is still fighting. My friend Cheyenne has someone dear to her who is fighting and came out victorious. This is her story. When I was probably about 12 or 13, my mom got a new boyfriend. As far as I knew, he smoked weed and that was it. A little while after they started their relationship, they started living together. They bounced around a bit from mobile home to apartment to living with someone else. My mom couldn't really work because she became pregnant and gave birth to my brother in 2017 and then gave birth to my sister in 2018, so she relied on her boyfriend for support. To make a long story shorter, they ended up homeless and got tangled up in drugs. As a young girl starting her life and becoming her own person, it was really hard not being able to do things that most teenagers do with their moms, like going shopping or talking about girly things. I have my stepmother in my life who I love dearly, but I still miss my biological mom because I had such a strong bond with her before her life fell apart. It hit me like a bag of bricks when my dad first told me that my mom was on drugs. I'll never forget that moment. He told me after I had just walked down the road to meet her so I could talk with her for a few minutes. I was a young girl, but I had known that my mom was homeless and had little to no money to her name, but it had never even crossed my mind that the woman I looked up to my whole life, the woman that I thought was so strong, was on drugs. There have been many milestones and holidays that I didn't get to share with my mom while she was out on the streets fighting her battle with drugs, and I will never get those moments back. There were countless nights where I sat alone in the dark, crying and hoping that my mom would eventually get her life together and find a place to live so I can spend time with her again. It's really hard going from having someone in your life who meant so much to you to living a life where that person is never involved. Some of you may know from a close friend or relative that is trying to fight a drug addiction that is extremely challenging. In most cases, a person has to cut off some friends they made because they're a bad influence and will cause them to relapse. There are rehab centers dedicated to helping people fight addiction and hopefully stay clean. Although these rehab centers exist, my mom did something that few people do. She got clean on her own and has been clean since April of 2020. Even though she has been able to stay clean, she has still lived a very rough life. While she was pregnant with my youngest sister, she was living in a motel room because that was all the government could get her. My baby sister, who is only 1, has lived in motel rooms the majority of her life, and to this day, my mom is still struggling to find a place of her own to call home. Drug addiction is not something that only affects the person that is stuck in the addiction, but it also deeply affects those around them. Children with parents who are addicts have to see their parents in a light they should never have to see them in. Siblings have to see their brother or sister becoming someone they're not, and parents have to see their child destroy themselves. It is not a joke. Drugs destroy lives and the relationships a person has with their friends and family. I have somewhat built back the relationship I used to have with my mom, but I know it will most likely never be the same again. Even now, I hardly get to see my mom, and she is not able to come celebrate my achievements and milestones, but I pray that she will be able to make it to my high school graduation.
What's going on, everyone? My name's Seth McCloskey. I'm Dalton Howell. I'm Gregory Richards.
I'm Dalton Black.
And we're going to be doing the Drug Free Club's prayer for you guys, but first of all, before that, where's my husband at, baby? All right, for this, we need everyone standing up. We need everyone to stand up. It's got to be loud. Get up! This place has got to be rocking for this, all right? Ready? Here we go. Repeat after me. I am only one. I am only one. But we are one. But we are one. I cannot do everything. I cannot do everything. But we can do something. But we can do something.
has really changed my attitude on my life. I really thought it was stupid at first, and I can't lie about that, because I quickly realized that it was more than what I thought. It was about teens encouraging each other and supporting others with their own experience and what they have been through. People see me and they hear about what I've been through, and they don't know what's under all of it. The feelings and the pressure that I have put on myself to be better. M.A.D.E has changed me for the better in so many ways, and I hope it can do the same for you guys too. I have a question, and I really want everyone to participate if you can. So, if you have been affected by drugs, or you know somebody that has, can you stand up or raise your hand, please? And take a look around. I really don't see many people sitting right now, so if you're worried that you don't have somebody, there's always somebody. Like, I have all these people behind me right now, and I know that I have a lot of people standing here today that are with me. I just want you guys all to know that there are people, so don't be scared to tell your story, because you never know who will help, and that's why I support M.A.D.E, because they support us. Thank you.
Give it up for Haley. Hey, one time right here. Excuse me, I gotta get some of that. Thank you, Haley.
Guys, made my day. Thank you so much. I can't tell you the amount of energy that's in this room. You know, I hope I have each and every one of you coming out to the concerts at some point. I hope I can say hi to you all again someday. If I can be the next rally, I'll certainly be here.